guess when did you know he was coming back? And I guess did that bring y'all a little bit of a spark, or was it just kind of something that y'all expected from him?
I mean, we kind of expected it. I mean, he said the whole time like he wasn't hurt by the injury, it wasn't bothering him too much, and when he was kind of come back that week that it happened, we were like, all right, might as well just sit down and let this one go. And when he came back, it was like, all right, he's ready to go.
So I know you've had your injuries, I guess. So what's it like to kind of go through an injury and obviously know that you're not a part of the team in terms of being on the field, and then for him to come back? I guess what were you able to talk to him or anything like that?
When I talked to him, told him to keep his head up. When stuff happens, just bounce back from him. And when I had an injury, I missed the whole season. I mean, I got down. It was kind of hard seeing everybody else playing. I wasn't able to go out there and be with them, but just got to keep your head in it.
How would you evaluate how the team's playing right now? Obviously, you have had ups and downs in every part of the field, but you guys have really set yourself up nicely for the back half of the conference schedule.
I think as a whole on offense and defense, we do a good job of covering each other's backs. I mean, so when the defense messed up and we had to score something, we go out there and score. When we mess up, like yesterday, when we fumbled the ball on the 2-yard line, they held them to a field goal. I mean, I think we do a good job of that.
Jadion, since you played multiple spots in the receiver unit, do you feel like, does the Y fit you better, or do you feel like if you were still outside, you could be having the same success?
I think I can still have the same success anywhere. I mean, I know the offense pretty well. I think the quarterback trusts me enough to give me the ball, so I think I'd be pretty well anywhere I play.
What makes this offensive unit so special as it's been this year, top of the nation in yards per game?
I think because we have a lot of weapons everywhere. It's not just one guy. I mean, spread the ball out anywhere. You can pick and choose what we want to do, run the ball, pass it, throw it up to whoever we want, and somebody's going to make a play.
How much did it open up the offense to have TJ back for you guys?
Opens up a lot. I mean, people got to respect that he's out there. They can't just bog everybody down on the inside guys or just load everybody to the X side, so they got to respect he's out there.
Who has the best touchdown celebration out of all the receivers?
Probably Antoine and TJ. I don't really care to do nothing. They practice that, so.
The fact that you guys have struggled so much against Iowa State the last couple of years, is that any more motivation than it normally would be for a league opponent?
I would say so. I mean, the one time, I think the last time we went there and we played them, we got beat out the stadium. I wasn't there. I was hurt. I was actually watching the game on the couch, so it's kind of hurt not to be out there with them. This year, I get to be out there and get to prove something different, so I'm looking forward to it.
Have you sensed the team has a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth from that game, and they kind of want revenge? They got chip on their shoulder?
Yeah, definitely. It starts at the top. I mean, the head coach told us this is the one game that he said he wants to get back from last year, or the year before. So.
Have any of the players said anything that maybe it got to experience that game, like Jashawn or anyone?
I mean, it's something you don't want to experience. It's like that TCU game a couple years ago when we lost. They put up like 80 on us. It's the same feeling. It's like.
Clayton, same thing I asked Jadion. I know you've kind of had your ups and downs with the injuries. What was it like to kind of see Allen just kind of bounce back 21 days later and just kind of see him in the lineup yesterday?
That's really big. It shows a lot of maturity on his part and determination. You know, he's a really strong guy. He's a good teammate. You know, it's really good for him to come back that quick. You know, I'm surprised that he's able to come back and do so well.
I know a lot of the team went to go visit him. Did you tell him anything throughout his process? Because I know, like, you kind of had your ups and downs with your injuries.
Yeah, I messaged him, told him I was praying for him. I was hoping he was doing good, and you know, then I found out he was coming back that day. So it was really quick. I was really surprised. I'm really happy for him.
I guess when did you find out he was coming back? And I guess did you kind of sense a new energy from the team or anything like that, knowing that kind of that their guys coming back or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was less than a week or so that he was in the hospital. I don't know what day it was exactly, but it just happened to be the day that he was coming back. But yeah, everybody got pretty excited and stuff just because we didn't know exactly where the team kind of was offensively without him, because he was doing so good. But I mean, he's done a great job. Jed did a really good job, and just couldn't be more happy than winning. So.
How much better is your mentality right now compared to this time last year?
Probably times 100. I mean, it's so good. And, everything's been so great this season. I've been doing really well. It's just, I got the confidence going. The whole coaching staff, team's behind me, so it's just gonna be better.
The 48 and the 47-yarder, did you hit those just like you wanted to, or?
During warm-ups, the one going towards the jumbotron, I was missing everything left, so I kind of kept that one to the right a little bit. I know that one snuck in, and then the one going towards the double T was that one was a little bit not the cleanest hit. It's not as clean as the first one, but it was still. I hit them both pretty good. I was happy because they went through, so that's all that matters.
It's kind of separating it out, and you when you are healthy, which was your first 2 years in this year, now 36 out of 40 on field goals, which would be up there very near the top of the nation, maybe the top. How do you feel about what you're able to do when you are healthy?
I feel great. I feel like the sky's the limit. I feel like every time I go out there that everyone has the confidence that I do that I'm going to make the kick. So that's what I care about most, is that I think I can step out there and make any kick that they put me in front of.
What would you say is the extent of your range right now? I mean, can you hit from 53 if they go out there with you?
Yeah, I like to think so. I always get upset when we go out there and pooch it from 35 and 40, and I think I should go out there and kick a field goal, but coach makes those calls, and sometimes I get greedy, want to kick those long ones, but I can back up to about 60 yards or so. Warming up, I try and hit from 60 going both ways, so I always like to flip the field and just kind of feel the wind and stuff, but I can hit up plus 60 plus yards. We always, on Thursdays, we always try and back it up and practice covering, in case we hit one of those long ones like Alabama and Auburn. I make most of them. We get back to about 65 yards and I make them, so.
What happened with the extra point that you carried off the upright?
I don't want to make an excuse, but there was a little piece of plastic that was like right on my line, and I was like, okay, my line's straight here. I should not step on it, and I was just looking at it the whole time. I stepped on it and kind of slipped and just hit it off my toe, and thankfully it went in. I wasn't really nervous that it wasn't going to go in, but then it hit the upright, and I was like, oh, dang, that was a little bit more iffy than I thought it was going to be. But
when did you notice it?
The piece of plastic?
Yeah.
As soon as I took my steps back and got over, and then I look up and see like 11, 10, 9, I didn't have enough time to fix it, so
yeah.
Otherwise I would have stepped up and moved it out of the way. It was just an extra point, so it doesn't have to be too precise. But
Do you happen to see the kick for Vegas?
I did. That was really cool. You always get excited. I was sitting there kicking in the net, and then one of the policemen or somebody that was standing right there, he goes, well, she's coming for your job now. And I was like, well, dang, she can have him. She's kicking that good. So.
You were talking about those 65-yarders you guys do in those warm-ups and whatnot. How confident would you feel if you had to kick one from mid-50s to the 60s late in the game? Do you think you could, at this point, nail it?
Oh, yeah. The adrenaline be going so fast that I just have to calm myself down and not try and kick it too hard. That's probably the biggest thing, is that guys go out there and they think, oh, crap, this is 65 yards. Let's try and hit it as hard as I can. But, your heart's racing fast enough that you don't have to worry about it.
Do you hate answering questions about kicking? I feel like it'd mess with the juju. Coming from a former athlete, I don't know, but that could be me.
I don't know. It's cool. I like the attention, I guess.
I didn't see it, but they said a moment ago Brett Maher for the Cowboys missed a 52-yarder to tie right at the end of regulation.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Of course, he made, 14, 15 in a row. And making them from everywhere, does that count? You can relate to that as a kicker, right?
Yeah, it's tough, especially the important ones, to miss those. You always want to be put in that situation. It's hard to wish that upon the team, but as a kicker, that's what you live for. And it's heartbreaking to miss those.